In this video, I'm gonna show you how we took this leash reactive dog that couldn't even walk straight, didn't even look at us. We fixed it in just 2 weeks.
Morning.
We have our new board and train reactive dog. I wouldn't say he's aggressive, he's just reactive. Now, I wanted to do like a before video, basically trying to figure out how good he is. I wanted to show y'all how he is before training. We're here. Okay, y'all, we are at the dog park with our highly reactive dog. Is our camera looking good? Mm-hmm. All right, we're sitting in the car right now. You see him back there reacting. For what? For what? This is why. We're at the dog park. You see, your dog can see things from very far distance. We're here basically to get a before video. So I might do a little training to try to keep him from doing too much, but I'm gonna do as little as I possibly can. In order to train your dog how to act properly outside of the house, he needs to be at 8 or 9 out of 10 inside the house. If your dog's not at a 9 out of 10 inside the house, don't even try to go outside. I'm doing this to show y'all a before so we can have an after. 2 weeks, all right? We're on day 2. Let's go see. Should I take off my double hat or not?
You can leave it on, it's cold.
Yeah. All right. So, like I said, I'm gonna do a little training, not a lot. Okay. I like this. We're getting our before video. So as y'all can see, he has literally no leash manners, no leash rules. He's not worried about where I'm at. He's not checking in. He's not walking next to me. This is real leash reactivity. All right. And I promise you, we fixed this. Just 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. We have a reactive dog, man. That's what we do it for. Yes. Hey. Yes. Sit. Yes. Good boy. So. Yes. Okay. So, one of his problems is that he doesn't listen without treats. Not only does he react, but he doesn't listen without treats. So we're working on both of those things. I'm gonna use treats, but sometimes I'm not gonna use treats, all right? Like I said, I'm not trying to train too much here. We're just trying to get a baseline. Milo. Yes. So in this clip, you're going to see what some may consider a hard correction, but I'm gonna run it back. If you see my elbows, I don't pull too hard. I barely pull. So in reality, he did that to himself. I ain't do it to him, right? There's no situation where a dog should be able to run at a full speed at another dog that's not worried about them. So just because he looked like it was a hard correction, I mean, let's be real, that's his fault. Yes. Yes. Sometimes you gotta match a correction with
The energy
the
that
energy
you're
that
giving.
they're giving off, right? If he's trying to lunge in an aggressive or reactive manner, sorry.
Oh,
you can go
sorry.
back. How
You
you
need to
doing?
pay more attention.
Oh yeah, Crown Canine Training.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. Professional dog trainer. We out here working with our reactive dog right now.
My son is. I gotta
Oh,
get
yeah.
Oh, no, you are good.
Nice to meet you, sir. Yeah, so if you have a dog that is aggressively lunging after other dogs, you can't match that with a soft correction. A hard correction doesn't mean pain. It doesn't mean I'm abusing him, but you can't match an aggressive response with a soft correction. You have to match an aggressive response with a harder correction, a stronger, more commanding, more leading correction, okay? How y'all doing?
Yep.
Yeah, we're out here training
Pretty
her.
much,
She's one of my
yep.
clients' dogs. This is our first time out. We're gonna fix all of this.
Thank you.
All right, so as you can see, there's a couple things that make him a little more reactive. There's things that make him a little more reactive. One of those things is affection. Every time I pet him, you can see him get a little more confident and start looking to react. Another thing is the leash tension. Whenever he's pulling on the leash, it makes him want to react more. That's why you can see throughout this video, I'm gonna give him so many chances to where the leash is gonna be like this, right? Even if I see something that I know he's gonna react to, my first instinct is this. It's not this. A lot of people's first instinct is this, right? This is what causes a reaction. My first instinct is this, okay? Let's walk. All right, so y'all saw his reactions. I don't need to show y'all anymore, right? There's no need. Y'all saw what happens. Dogs that aren't even near him, he reacts to. Dogs that are near him, he reacts to. And so now we are getting into the point where we're gonna start training, okay? It's no longer a before video. Now it's during, all right? We're starting the training. First thing I'm gonna do, should I replace his leash?
Yeah, you can, because that dog's off leash over there, so.
All right, first thing we're gonna do is get a new leash out, all right? This kind of leash right here, this is for more advanced dogs. This kind of leash is for, and it doesn't even have to be advanced. This is for dogs that aren't reactive, right? If you have a leash reactive dog, having a regular leash and collar, it's not helping. You gotta get something that actually helps you. That's why we're gonna pull out the slip lead.
Those ears.
All right, slip lead. This is how you put it on. You gotta put it at the top of his neck. Secure it. Secure it. Keep this on me. All right, new leash. That means new rules, right? Every leash that you have is a tool. A hammer has a certain rule. A saw has a certain rule. A screwdriver has a certain rule. A slip lead has a certain rule. A regular leash has a certain rules. All right. The new rules here is that you don't get to lunge, you don't get to pull, and you don't get to react. The new rules is watch me, look to me for leadership, look to me for direction, right? And match my speed. We're also gonna give him a chance to be free and be a dog when he does follow those rules, right? So we're gonna have times where you're clocking in for the work, and then we're gonna have your break time. And then you're gonna clock back in, then we're gonna have break again, all right? Let's go. So we're gonna start right here. So if you've seen most of our videos on leash reactivity and fixing it, you know what I'm doing here. The purpose of all these starts and stops is because a leash reactive dog is a dog that doesn't pay attention to whoever has the leash. Every leash reactive dog that you've seen, they either lead in front of their owner or whoever's walking the leash, or they don't pay attention. You might think, why am I walking into him? Keeps his eyes up, it keeps him aware.
Just watch your back for a second. Hi. Oh my gosh, so cute.
You even peep that?
No, he didn't even notice.
Boy. Good boy. Good boy. The reason why you keep the leash loose 95% of the time, so that they know. So that they know That their job isn't to pull on the leash, their job is to watch you. Sit. Yeah, good boy. Okay. Come on, that was 2 minutes after the rule changed. I promise you. Works quick. You gotta have good energy too. Good.
A few moments later.
So this is a few days later. All we worked on was leash manners. You need to be on a loose leash. If you go in front of me, the leash becomes tight like this. You get pressure. And then once you're next to me again, there's no pressure. Doing this can help a dog not react to other dogs as much. You just see, we just passed one dog. We're going to pass another dog. Literally in the last clip, that would have been barking, barking, barking on the back feet, all this other stuff.
No, that was good. That was like a play almost, I feel like. Not like barking. Yeah.
If you are enjoying this video so far, please give us a like, comment on the video, and please subscribe. If you have a leash reactive dog, sometimes your walks in trying to fix the leash reactivity, your walks aren't going to look pretty. All right? You're not going to just be able to walk straight to wherever you want to. You're going to have to plan some time to get him calibrated. Calibration is making sure he's paying attention to who's walking him. All right? If your dog is literally not paying attention to you and it's a leash reactive dog, that is literally the reason why they are leash reactive. You don't have to do this with dogs that aren't leash reactive, right? And so if you have a dog that doesn't go crazy when they see other dogs, but they still walk in front of you, that's okay. But if you have a leash reactive dog that goes crazy when they see other dogs and they walk in front of you, it's got to stop. It's got to stop here. All right? There's no way you can let your leash reactive dog walk in front of you, because that is what creates leash reactivity. You have to make these walks a little less pretty. They got to be a lot more erratic, at least until we can teach him. Your job isn't to respond to every dog that you see. Your job isn't to bark at every dog you see. Your job isn't to react to everything you see. Your job is to pay attention to where I'm going and where I'm leading you with this leash. This is what this clip is showing. Sometimes you might have to stay in one area, walk back and forth, walk into your dog, test them. Try to make sure that they understand hitting the end of the leash isn't fun. It's not a good feeling, right? We want the good feeling to be with no pressure when you're right next to me. The bad feeling, which is the leash pressure, should only hit whenever they hit the end of the leash. Yes. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. All right, let's go. In this clip, you are going to see one of the most important parts of fixing leash reactivity, and it is holding your dog accountable and making sure they know and understand how to take corrections. It's not a time to be soft. If anybody can fix leash reactivity without correcting the dog, or at least showing some type of leadership, please show me. Please show me. Right? You have to get through to your dog that certain things aren't okay. And sometimes it's got to be a little more forward than nice and soft. But you're going to see that this is going to work, because the next clip is literally 30 seconds later. We're going to walk by another dog and see what happens after he took that correction.
Oh my god, that shit is cute. He did so good. He did so good.
Go. Heel. So you can see here, my purpose of, I'm saying heel, I'm backing up. The purpose is for him to watch me and see when I back up. If he doesn't see when I'm backing up, that means he's not paying attention to me. That means he's likely to react, okay? That is why I keep testing him. I keep saying heel. I back up. If he doesn't turn around, I correct him with the leash, bring him back to me, and we try again. I'm telling you, a dog that is reactive is a dog that's not paying attention to whoever has the leash. If you can get your dog to be mindful of where you are while you're holding the leash, you can fix leash reactivity probably by 70%. If what you saw earlier in the video was 100% leash reactivity, you can go and probably fix 70% of it by just teaching him how to walk on a leash. Another portion of it is making sure that he is good with obedience, right? He has to be able to get in a sit when you tell him to the first time. He has to be able to go in a down when you tell him to the first time. He has to be able to even do silly gimmick tricks like give you a shake out in public when you tell him to. If you can't control your dog on the first try of commands, I think you should start there first before we even get into this leash walking exercise.
Morning.
Yes. You look. Yes. Yes.
He did awesome.
No. Yes. Good. Okay.
I feel like he matches energy.
I mean, that's not bad. This is one of the things on the list, learning how to take risks.
Yeah.
So he's not going to take it. Now, if you correct your dog like that and you walk by another dog and it doesn't fix the issue, then that might not be the answer.
Miles, yeah.
But as you can see, the correction actually works because after we do the correction and we walk by another dog, the reaction is completely different. If something works, keep doing it. All right? The goal is to not have to correct them anymore, but if we have to correct them right now and every time we do correct them, it works, then why would we stop? Like I said, if somebody is able to fix leash reactivity at this level with just positive reinforcement, please link the video, link the person in the channel, link them in the comments below. I would love to see it because I have not ever seen anybody fix true leash reactivity with just strictly positive reinforcement. Your dog is an adult usually with leash reactivity at this point, so they have to be held accountable. Nobody in their life, no human in their life can walk through life without any type of correction or any type of quote unquote negative experience. It only makes you a better person. So it's going to make your dog a better dog if they're held accountable for doing things that they're not supposed to be doing. All right. If it works, keep doing it. Yes. Good boy. Good down. Good. Down. Hey, how you doing, man? Good. Down. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm making sure he's paying attention to me. Sometimes you gotta walk crazy, walk into your dog to make him pay attention to you. If your walk is predictable, why would your dog pay attention? Because they know exactly what's gonna happen every time. Can't have a predictable walk. Come on. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Heel. Right? Yes. Heel. Milo, sit. Yes. Good boy. Oh, look at this. It's God. God's out today. Come on. Milo. Yes. Come on. Good boy. Sit. Yes. Good. Down. Yes. Good boy. Good down. How y'all doing? Good. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, let's go. He has to sit, wait before he comes out, right? Good boy, okay. All right. And like I said, if he pulls to y'all, he'll pull to anything. All right. So we don't want him to pull to y'all. Milo. So I'm gonna give him a little bit. I'm not gonna ask too much because obviously he wants to y'all. Milo. Hey. Sit. Yes. Okay, come on. All right. How y'all been?
Good.
Good.
We have been counting the minutes.
I know. I bet.
Yeah.
So this is a new leash, right? This is the leash that y'all definitely should use on all walks.
Okay.
This isn't the leash that he should have on around the house. This is just like straight walking leash.
Okay.
All right, and this is the slip lead.
This is not to use in the house.
Yes.
No,
Yeah, this is his job leash. This is like his uniform. All right, so he has a new job. This is his new uniform.
Okay.
All right.
Got it.
His new job is to look to y'all for direction when we're out in public, when we're walking. Okay. So the way to use this leash is that it has to be at the top of their neck. Right. So where his collar is currently, it's on the strongest part of his neck. And it's a part of his old uniform, right? His old uniform was a regular leash in this collar, and he likes the feeling of it pulling because it doesn't hurt. It actually kind of feels good. When it's up at the top of his neck, it doesn't feel as good to pull, so he's less likely to pull, and it's a lot easier to control, right? So one thing you can do, which is one thing I taught him, which is going to help a lot if he's doing too much, right? You can put him in a sit without saying anything, right? So you can just use a leash and hold it up and then let it go, and he'll drop into a sit. So that's one of the things we taught, like that. All right. And so basically what it is that the leash is the pressure. The reward is release of the pressure. That makes sense? All right. So you remember how we're using other things than treats as rewards, right? So we got freedom, your voice, your touch, your affection, and toys, right? So when we're out in public, we're using freedom and your voice more than we use treats. All right. So like I said, if I want him to get, that's the release. That's the reward right there, that he doesn't feel that pressure anymore. All right. And so that's kind of an easy way to get him controlled. And I like to keep it at the top of his neck because it's just a lot better to control that way. All right. So first thing we're going to do, obviously see a bunch of dogs out here. It's a busy day. What do y'all think, like, before y'all gave him to us, if he saw this many dogs, you think he would like freak out?
Yeah, barking.
Right. All right. So we are going to walk past the dog park. Hopefully we're going to walk past some other dogs on the walk. And it's going to be a harder situation because I usually on y'all's walks, there's like a road in between, right? Y'all don't usually pass right next to dogs, right? It's usually like a dog across the street kind of thing, and he barks at him. That is going to be a lot easier than what we're doing today. So that should give y'all some confidence when y'all go back home that if he can do if y'all can handle him today, y'all can definitely handle him when there's just a dog across the street. A lot of this involves confidence, right? And so when you're walking past dogs and you know he has a history of being reactive, you have to have the confidence that y'all will be able to control him, okay? And so that's kind of what I want to give y'all today is the confidence that y'all will be able to control him. All right, so first I'm going to do walking, and then I want you to walk. I want you to be my co-partner in this. You are kind of like me with your energy level and the way you command him. So I don't really have I don't think you need to do too much because I think it'll be easy. And he listens a lot better with male energy for sure. A lot better with male energy. Jenna has been working with him too as well. So he has been working with both male and female energy.
Okay, so we need to train you to make sure that you know how powerful we are.
Yes. And it's not even it's not about powerful. It's just about that you're a leader, that you're his leader, right? And that he doesn't need to protect you. You know?
Oh, okay, got it.
Okay, Mila. All right, so just FYI, if y'all remember, I do a lot of walking back and forth. You don't have to do as much because he understands. All right, so we have the command while we're walking is called heel. Heel just means I need you to be parallel to me. And when I say heel, anytime he walks in front of me, I'm going to turn around and go the other way. If it's not a heel, I'll tell him free or okay, and then he can just be free. All right, so we call this getting a dog calibrated, right? So before you get on the walk, and this is what you all do in the house and in your driveway, you want to make sure that he's walking with you. So I would probably give me like 5 feet of space because I'll just walk back and forth a little bit. But this is the calibration. Hey, heel. So you want to make sure that he's turning with you, right? And that you don't have to pull him too much. When you know that he's turning with you, that means he's paying attention to you, right? Hey, sit. And you remember, I only say things once. This is why I taught him how to sit with this. So if you tell him to sit and he's not doing it, all you have to do is pull up and he'll sit. Shake it. Yeah, good boy. All right. Okay, let's go. All right, so when we're walking, if you want your dog to walk properly on a loose leash, the leash has to be loose majority of the time, right? So I know, you're probably used to doing this. Yeah. You got to get used to doing this, all right? Even when you're walking by a dog, all right? Oh, yeah, and so there's criteria, all right? So what y'all hired me for was that he lunged and, he would just keep going after a dog, right? And he would bark at him, okay? So that means that's the only thing we're worried about. We're worried about lunging and barking in, a manner that isn't proper, right? I'm sorry, y'all, I know it's cold out here, too. So if he's just making noise, that's not criteria for correction. We don't need to correct him for making noise because that's just a lot of energy coming out. But if he lunges, that's when you correct him. And the correction is like a pop on a leash, or this could be a correction. And then put him in a sit. Okay, come on. All right.
So the reason why he's crying is because he wants to go.
Yeah, he just has the energy. So so he's holding himself back now. And so part of it,
Wants to go with the dogs.
yeah, I mean, that's what he likes to do. He's holding himself back though. So instead of lunging and barking, he's just going to be like, "Arr," right? And that's a lot better than what it was, right? And you can control that easily. So when you're walking with him, I do a lot of tests, I call them. So you just stop a lot. Hey, make sure he's paying attention to you, right? Put him to sit. Yes, okay. Baby, you get up there. Hey, sit. All right. Some other tests y'all could do is walking into him. That's a good one. So, okay, when you walk like this, walk into him sometimes, right? And so basically the point is, if your walking style is predictable, then he won't have to worry about it, right? And that means he's going to worry about everything that's in front of him. But if your walking style is very unpredictable, that means he has to worry about your walking style, and less about the dogs in front of him. Milo, right? Sit. Yeah, so if I'm just if I'm walking straight, he doesn't have to pay attention to me. But if I'm just doing this all the time, he's gonna be like, yo. All right, if I walk kind of crazy a little bit, he's gonna pay attention to you a lot more and pay attention to dogs a lot less. Okay, so let's walk past this. Heel. Yes, good boy. Good boy. So, like I said, this is way better than it was. Obviously, he still has a little voice, but it's okay. Because you'll see when he does growl, he'll start looking at me or he'll look at y'all. All right? You see that? When he growls or barks, he'll look at you. That's what I taught him, right? Before, when he barked, he wouldn't look at you. He'd just keep barking. Now he'll growl, make a noise. He'll be like, oh, am I supposed to do that? And then he'll look at you. And that's what you want, right? Mila. Hey, sit. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. All right, so you see a bunch of dogs out here. He's not doing that crazy barking. He's looking, and hey, sit. He understands his new job. His new job is to keep an eye on, check in with me, make sure that he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. Okay, Mila, sit. So y'all see, he barks, he looks at you. That's what you want. Hey. Hey. Yes. Hey. Good. Shake. Yes, good boy. And shake might seem like a silly command. Yeah, shake. It might seem like a silly command, but if you can get him to shake, that means he's listening to you. That means he's actually like paying attention to you. Like I said, the mouthy, the noise, it doesn't matter that much. If I had another week, we could probably work on the noise. But what I worked on the most was lunging and being uncontrollable. Okay, come on. Mila. So, all right, Mila, come on. So now I want you to walk by. Just walk straight. The energy I want you to have is calm, confident. So I want you to be calm. I want you to act like he's going to listen to everything you got to say, all right? Make sure you give him a loose leash. If he walks in front of you, turn around and go the other way. Perfect. And then go back the other way. Nice. And make sure you give him leash. So it has to be loose so that he knows that he hits the end of the leash. Perfect. This is perfect. And tell him he's good. Hell yeah. Look at that. That's a good walk right there. Next to 30 dogs. Yeah. All right, come back this way and get a little closer to the fence. Yep, and then tell him heel so that he knows that he has to be in his job. Perfect. And put your hand down. So just be confident. Just walk. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. That is perfect. All right. Say his name, put him in a sit. Nice. 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 All right, put him back in a sit. And then you remember our words? Yes, good, and okay. All right. So when you put him in a sit, what's the first thing you say? Yes. Perfect. Good boy. All right. Milo, put him back in it. Milo. So before he breaks, you want to tell him the okay word, right? There you go. Now hold it up. There you go. There you go. Perfect. You're doing great. All right. So when you want to put him in a sit without saying it, you hold up. Yeah, pull him closer to you. So hold up, right, until he leans back. And then as soon as he leans back, let go. There it is. Perfect. That is perfect. That's how you want to do it. That's how you can get him controlled without using your voice, because the less you talk, the more he listens, right? And so you want him to listen to you, especially in public. So when you're in public, you want to say as little as you need to. And that's why I teach him how to do certain commands with the leash. Put him back in the sit with the leash. Perfect. There it is. That is perfect, right? Like I said, the less you talk, the more he listens. So when you do talk, it means something. It means a lot more. Good boy. All right. Okay. Sit. Yes. How y'all doing? Good boy. All right. So look at my body language. I'm calm. He might make some noise, but he's backing up. Hey. All right. So the barking is something that we can correct, but the special part is that he's not moving.
Okay, so he's sitting.
He's sitting. He's doing good. He's doing good. So we're looking for progress, right? Before it was lunging. Now he's sitting and barking. Obviously we want to get rid of the barking, but my priority was getting rid of the lunging, right? So I want y'all to learn to like not be embarrassed about him making noise, because at least he's holding himself back, right? And so when he was barking, right, I know what y'all would do, right, is when he starts barking, you see another dog, you'd probably go like this. And this is what starts the reactivity. When you start doing this, when you get like tense and you have pressure in the leash. So even when he's making noise and the dog's walking by, you have to give him an opportunity to let him hold himself back. So it has to be loose. As much as you probably want to go like this, yeah, you got to give him the opportunity, because he won't understand that he made a mistake unless he makes a mistake. Does that make sense? Right? So if I'm already like this and he's barking and lunging, he doesn't understand that he's doing something bad because I'm already like this. But if I'm like this, hey, sit. If I'm like this and he's barking and then he lunges and then he hits the end of the leash, then he's like, oh, I hit the end of the leash. I did something bad. Here's another dog. All right, so come over here. Okay, I want you to walk this way. Keep him on your right side, just walk. Pull him back to your right side. There you go. And tell him heel and just walk. We're good. Put your arms down. We're good. Keep walking. Just keep walking. You're good. Keep walking. Perfect. He is a little in front of you, but you can see that he's holding himself back, right? Nice. There you go. Great. Now turn around. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
Perfect.
That was better?
Yeah.
That was better. This is the new Milo. So hopefully we can go on a little walk and find some dogs that are passing by to make this like more realistic. Obviously, it's also a less realistic situation because there's 6 of us here, I think. Did I do the numbers right? There's 6 of us here in a group, so it's going to be a lot easier to control them when there's not 6. All right, but this is how we walk. And you have to, this is what I want you to think about when you're walking him. I want you to think about your energy, right? How you feel. It's easier said than done, but just try to feel calm and confident, right? And then I want you to keep in mind how your arms are, right? So if you're walking like this isn't confident or calm, right? You got to walk like this, you know? And if you want it to be short, you can make it shorter, but at least make it loose. So you just walk confident. So keep in mind, to be fair with him, we don't want him to feel like he has to heel the entire time we're walking. So we do want to give him chances to not be in the heel, but the heel is this is his job. This is when he's working, right? So the heel is when he's working. When he's not working, when he's done good, like when we pass the dog, then you can tell him, Milo, hey, okay, free. And then you can let him be a little more relaxed. But as soon as, it's time to work again, you tell him heel, that means you can't pass me. You can't pass the front of me. All right. Good. Good boy. Good. All right. Good. Good boy. This is the duration, distance, and distraction I was talking about, right? So we worked on duration, how long he could do something. We did it in the house without distractions. Then we started doing a distance. I started walking farther away from him, and now we're distractions. And so if you can if your dog knows how to do a trick with distance, with duration, distance, and distraction, this is how you get a dog that can just stay in one spot and you can just walk away and then come back. And this is why the yes, good, and the O are so important. Okay, all right, Milo, good boy. And he's matching your speed, so you don't have to match his speed. He has to match your speed.
The one who's gonna take him in the morning for a walk.
Yeah. All right, turn around.
So the mom and dad can sleep in more.
There it is. Heck yeah. He's good. He's good too. All right, turn around again. Come this way. And make sure that the leash is loose. So there it is. It has to have some bend in it. There you go. There you go. All right, come back this way. If you tell him heel, he's not allowed to do that. There you go. Nice. And then put him in a sit real quick. Sometimes you just got to put him in a sit if he's not paying attention. Do with the leash. Nice. And you remember what you say? Yes? Good. Okay. All right, and how about this? When you say okay, make it boring. Try to make it boring. Yeah. Because that that makes them like a little jittery. So if you're trying to keep them locked in, make the okay boring. All right, turn around. There you go. There you go. All right, go back. Nice. There it is. You see him starting to check in. Nice. Nice. You're doing great. And remember, hands down. There you go. And if you want it to be, yeah, you could do that for sure. Perfect. Perfect. Now make sure, like I said, if he's in the heel, he can't be in front of you. This is great. There it is. Hands down. There you go. You got it. You got it. Nice. That's a good walk right there. All right, turn around. Yep. Yep, nice. All right, just walk straight. There it is. Perfect. That is perfect. Turn around. Oh, shit. Yeah, put him in the sit. Hold on, no. Okay, let us put him in the sit real quick. There you go. Put him in there. There you go. Perfect. Say yes. Drop it. That's good. That's good. That's good. If somebody wants to meet him, make sure he gets in a sit or does something that you want him to do first. And then his reward is to meet the person he wants to meet. Okay. Nice to meet you.
He got it.
Yeah, he gets it. He understands what we need from him. It's just about we need to get him on the same page before we get to the situation where that's his job. That's the hardest part of his job, when he sees another dog, to keep an eye on you. And you can see when he growls, he'll look at you. And that's kind of the difference that we're trying to make.
Should he have a stop or should he?
Oh, he can. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. This is perfect. He put him in there. Sit. This is good. No problem. Any other dogs?
But this is perfect. I mean, the
Yeah,
reality is we have the dog in front of the house.
Yeah.
He's gonna.
And he's across the street. So
Yes.
when that situation occurs, like I said, you make sure you don't even get to the sidewalk unless he's paying attention to you.